Okay, so this is going to be a quick audio check. Just turn my volume down here. Hi, Strudel. So I linked it. I linked it privately, so you have it. And I believe the only two that may join us is Sword of Truth and Nesbit himself. Because a lot of the works in here are his mods. My base for the added architecture that you're going to see is the People of Skyrim 2 mod, his Whiterun mod, Riverwood Grove. Hi, Ren. So, Ren, don't let anybody in the Discord know this is a semi-closed, semi-private stream. Okay, I'm just going to show off a couple things to Strudel. Let me go back in my game here. I don't know when exactly Sword or Nesbit may join. I did link it to the two of them. But let me get back in game. So for a base, basically, for landscape, I have Skyrim Realistic Overhaul. Let me just turn my master volume down real quick. So for the base, SRO, Skyrim Realistic Overhaul. The trees are Matthew's work, 3D trees. And also the mod, every tree is different, which would go directly below that in your plugin section. And then the load order. I tend to keep, I run Mod Organizer too, so I tend to keep my my left pane and my right pane identical. It's somewhere in the realm of 435 total mods and about 192 plugins. But I do try to match up the left and right identically. I don't have anything like an all-in-one patch or like Rybash or anything like that. We're basically standing outside of Riverwood real quick because the first mod I'd like to show would be his Riverwood Grove mod. Banners are handled by Designs of the Nords. Vedosbrum. The full version on Nexus is the grass overhaul I'm using. This is Obsidian Weathers with nothing touched, is 100% default. So I haven't touched any settings with Obsidian. With the ominous EMB that Couch Warrior is also using with his new story. And I do have Inigo with me. This is my character, Athralor. This is not his original starting gear, but he is a vampire. I'm running better vampires with him. Ooh, I think we're about to get attacked. So just an MCM. I do have better vampires and then Coldhaven, both by Brihannon. And I use the Coldhaven alternate start in the beginning for his story. Heartbreaker. He's not an evil character. He's not a good character, but he has a purpose. I don't do things like crafting, so Hone Metal takes care of that for me. And then as you can see, a lot of the other stuff that I'm running, Imperious for the racials. I do have Lucian and Inigo. I'm running Ordinator perks with Summer Mist and Chance. Wet and Cold, Wildcat Combat. I am running Winter Sun. I just want to see if I get... Yeah, I'm going to get attacked by hunters, I think. Or wolves. Inigo, take care of them for me. Thank you. Okay. So, let me just turn the master volume back up here real quick. Settings. I'm still getting used to this. This is the Dear Diary mod. And I'm still getting used to it. We'll just turn it up a little bit. So like I said, my base is the People of Skyrim 2. I'll toggle God mode on real quick. Just so I don't have to be bothered by getting annihilated. I have vampire hunters that are going to come to attack me. Because I have them enabled. This is his Riverwood Grove mod, which will start here. Indigo's gonna follow me along. This is the stables outpost. This is added in. Parts of it, up until the release, I mean, some of us were privy to see the process step by step, but not the finished product until he created a video. And I'll walk through this really slowly to give you. So there's now gates, stone and iron.
I am in your way. I am sorry.
It's okay, Inigo. Very fitting for Riverwood, I felt. The smelter edition. His the bridges here in particular are of very, very high quality. We'll start by this side here first. You'll see, I think it's Sigrid, yeah, or Girder. Yep. Realistic Waters 2 is for the water overhaul, but you can see the added bridges and the added units to Riverwood here. Some of them. Along with things like this with the added banners. And I felt that out of every Riverwood overhaul I've seen, you'll see a lot of statics. Things like this I can steal, but this is where Bane sleeps. Let's see. I'm also running Matthew's his 3D signs. I was running the HD signs by Alsopa, but I felt that they were slightly too colorful for the style of gameplay, and there is a dramatic difference in mod size. I believe this sign mod here is north of 300 megabytes, whereas the other one was, I believe, around 65. But just to show off a little bit more of the Grove, we'll go up this way between Faendal's house and Girder's and Sigurd. So you could see the fencing. And now there's another added gate up here, which I can close. You can also, let me reopen that again. And you can also see the lanterns that have been added. And Inigo's gonna continue to follow me here. For the farmhouses, ours farmhouse, I felt fit very, very naturally, especially with the roofings, in combination with Matthew's works. It has a little bit darker, more worn color to it, which I quite like, and matching the woodwork, I feel it matches the woodwork perfectly. Hey KB, hey Sword, hey Wind. I am not using Lanterns of Skyrim, actually. I'm not running any lantern mod, no Clarelux, anything like that. This isn't an actual stream. This is kind of just a little bit of a showcase. I wanted to show Strudel kind of how my setup goes. We were having a chat earlier about mods and setup in general. And you'll notice the Watchers, the Guardians. They're an integral part of a lot of the people of Skyrim, and I quite like it. You'll notice them over Lake Ilinalta, and they're strewn about the world, right? And we can go over this way a little bit. Or if the gates do not want to steal the horse. Inigo will find me. He always does. And then from here, I'll move on to Whiterun, because there's a major change in what you will see in Whiterun. But this is the Grove. This is the mod for Riverwood, done by Nesbit. This is his creation. Hi, Sword. And Dragon, although I know he's not in the stream. And my favorite part, well, one of my favorite parts, the big bridge with the ivy. And just the design in general. Let me get down here. And that would have been no fall damage regardless, as I'm a master vampire at this point. So fall damage is almost negated. But even on the bridges here, they do have 2 gates. And the lanterns, you'll see. Outlining the posts at the start and the stop, but you'll also see them, where do they start? They start right here, up top. So when you come here at nighttime, it's very well illuminated. Hunter Shack, I believe it does, because I think the Hunter Shack is further up that way, I believe. I know you have, it's a little further up. If it's the mod I'm thinking of, yes, it would be. Leaf's Rest, the mod for Riverwood for the home is compatible. There is a patch for it. But let's you can see, you know, on the outskirts, obviously the carriage I can search. The other carriage you're able to sit on. Now these are added by the people of Skyrim. They're NPCs that are wandering about the roads. They have names. For added content. The mountains are majestic, and they are the dark variant with the moss edition. And then, like I said, with Matthew's work, his trees and flora, every tree different. You'll see things like this. Very well worn looking fallen tree, fallen log. Some are barren, some are like this, you know, base vanilla. The fungi, I have a couple mods for specific fungi. This should be a wolf, I believe. Here, let me see. I'll have Inigo take care of him if it is. Okay. Thank you, Inigo. Now looking off a little further, you can start to see some structures that you normally wouldn't see. No, not strictly. 3D trees and every tree different are the only 2 tree mods. And I ran them through TextGen and Dyndelod with very conservative settings. So now I am going to be attacked here. Let's see. Alright, so she sees me. Yeah, you will. You'll try. Oop, didn't mean to extract her blood. Apologies. Yeah, his 3D trees and plants is one mod. So you get both together. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I fell in love with it. You might only encounter one issue that hasn't been corrected on Matthew's end, and you'll notice it's going to be the hanging moss. Sometimes it appears to, but to me, that's something well worth ignoring. More specifically for the roleplay aspect of it. I'm not constantly staring up into the trees looking at just the moss. I'll lower the camera down and I'll just continue on my way. So we are at the base of the path to Whiterun. So this is right now a crossroads of the people of Skyrim 2 and Nesbit's Whiterun Exterior Edition. And I'm also running his Nordic Life Interior Edition mod for the interior of Whiterun. So my base is all on Nesbit's work. I've taken out things like cutting room floor. I am no longer running JK's Skyrim. But you'll notice in the difference the ruined structures. But here are the outskirts of the walls, and you'll notice they're not all together. And the crossroads bridges here. And if I turn my HUD back on, this right here is Snakeback Bridge, which is unlockable immediately. You can fast travel here should you choose to do so. It's literally the bridge right here, but these are all additions. And the stonework continues on, and it will continue on this direction, but I'm going to lead you down the main path first. I'll show this bridge off very quickly. Statue of Talos, but this bridge is massive. Now if I go into third person here, you can absolutely see the difference, and the banners on the side. Right? It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. The shield and the banners adorn the edges. These are the added farmhouses, along with a catapult, which you you can use. Okay, we'll cut across the country here. Holidays. Holidays you can use, but I don't believe you'd be able to use Nordic Life with them, as they both edit the interior of Whiterun. And the added apiaries in the background here at the meadery, right? And you'll see further up, there will actually be people inside some of the cages, right? And you see the structures are on the opposite side as well. Trying to keep my camera as straight as I can. Apologies if it gets a little choppy. I had to turn my mouse sensitivity down, but you can see these are additions too. Even past the farm, we've already been through here. This character is level 39 in his testing. I'm using blended roads, better dynamic snow, and Nordic snow for the snows, and better dynamic ash piles. And the executioner here, Kotmar, who's always grinning at me. We'll quickly, so this is also part of Whiterun. The added horses, 2 to ride, 2 to steal. I believe this one is steal, yes. This one is steal, and this one should be ride. Yep. Apologies if you hear my family yelling in the background. They do that from time to time. Before we go to this section, I'm going to show you this is also part of the base TPOS2. This is the Whiterun Market. So if I turn my HUD on here, it's coming up. All these little additions outside of the city walls. This is a market you can visit very early on. If you just need to sell things, there are some higher tiered leveled gear that one of the merchants will sell you, along with food. Can I get up here? Yes. You can take the chicken's egg. I don't believe there's anything back here. Okay. And I don't think Inigo can make his way up. Let me see. I'll go inside real quick just to show you what the market's about. Ah, Nesbit, how are you? Yeah, this is just to showcase for a few members some of your mods in conjunction with Matthew's works, and then everything else that I've pieced together. So, Kalimi here is a general merchant, and he will have some higher tiered things in my game. I believe it's all glass. And you can get some fairly high leveled gear. I used him as a general merchant to sell early on some things. But
good day.
Good day, sir. Get a torch out just in case. There's also the downstairs here.
By the
And I
gods,
believe...
true, isn't it? A dragon has attacked Whiterun. Take a look.
And she should be food. Yes, she should. Food and drink. So if you're running in needs mod, you can come here early. Very well done. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll do a quick outskirt walk. My vampiric blood. Yes, yes, yes. And I do have God mode on. I should be sprinting, shouldn't I? So this is going to be a combination of Whiterun. The exterior, you can see the hanging. Done. This is a Thalmor outpost. They are usually here. Atherlord does not like Thalmor. So, he, oh, Valor. I did forget about him. Atherlord made short work of the Thalmor here early on. And as you can see, absolutely gorgeous. HD Ivy is the Ivy mod. Matthew's 3D stones for the added stonework. And we'll get into the heart of the city now. You know, Strudel, that's what I had to do too. For the longest time, I was strictly a console player. Up until this year, actually. And I've always run a variation of Nesbit's TPOS mods, even on console when it was TPOSC complete. I fell in love from day one, and they've not left my load order, whether it was on console, whether it's on PC. When I started my first PC play, it was the base, and I believe I ran JKs initially with it. Right. So this is the Nordic Life interior Whiterun, and you can see the added the elements of Matthew's tree work, stonework, and everything that Nesbit has meticulously crafted. Right? You'll notice variations from things such as the JK's mods and other city overhauls. Oh, sorry, Inigo. It is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. My personal favorite is this right here. I know I've mentioned this in my other streams. Inigo. Jeez, he's a little too close. He's got that ebony battle axe too. Alright. So, right here. Right in the center of the town. My favorite piece of work in this particular mod. It just fits. It's what I feel like should have been in Whiterun all along. Going back to the original release of the game in 2011. But nobody has that vision but Nesbit. You can see the additions here with Nordic Life. The little outhouses. I love these, by the way. No doors. No need for them. And then we have a lava on the back side here. Let's take a quick jaunt up to the Cloud District. Yes, we get there. Another small detail up top, the hay. Other things that you may notice, I am running Stunning Statues of Skyrim, and Ren's HD Shrines. So you'll see a mix of those inside. Noble is the base for the architecture. It's not everything. Part of Whiterun. Beautifully done. This is part of the Stunning Statues for the Skyforge. It is the Skyforge Steel option in the foam mod installer. I quite like it a lot. And you can see the Noble. Noble along with Matthews, along with Nordic Life. So can I make the jump? Yes, I can. Thank you, Vampirism. Oh, can't make that one. And then real quick up here, you'll notice the Watchers. Beautiful additions, right? So, let's see here. So I did say I started with the Cold Haven mod. When my story started, my testing, we did the alternate start from here. However, let's travel to the stables in Markarth. Yes, Windsong. That's the only one. I'm running both Apache hair mod and KS hairs. Let me, what time is it? Let me go to daytime real quick to give you. My time goes by very quickly, so. Ooh, another. Just waiting for the hunters to attack me. They sometimes do. Yes, they do. The watchers do. They do follow. They will watch you. Added additions, the people of Skyrim 2. Let's get a pretty good vantage point here. You'll notice. Oh, of course, the rain. Unfortunately, I do not know the console command for the rain. I know John Rose used it once, and I was supposed to write it down, but I didn't. Yep. Yeah, the Watchers, just like in Sovngarde. And I love the fact that they're added into the game. Now you'll notice up top, I know the weather is kind of terrible. I really should look up the console command to clear it up. So if anybody happens to know it or wants to look it up for me, so I can keep the stream up, please let me know. And I'll clear the weather up so you can get a better look. You can see the additions now. Aside from the exterior, you notice that enormous structure. That is Markarth Heights. Oh, I did. I must have hit 50 subscribers, Nesbit. I had no idea. I thought maybe I had 10 or 12. And it was just people in, oh, thank you. Yeah, the LODs were, it was a learning curve from, SSC LODgen to Dyndelod. I have very limited experience with Dyndelod. But I feel like they came out beautifully. Markarth Heights. I think somebody else pointed out I had 50 the other day. I might not have caught it. What's up, Loken? Hi. We'll go inside real quick to show you the heights. I believe we took care of the Forsworn threat here. Ah, but Eltrus didn't talk to me. He's gonna come chat with me real quick.
You alright?
I'll get past him. Yep, sorry.
You don't have to say sorry to me. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note.
Okay,
Looks
thank you.
important.
So looking up, right? It is a ruined, well, not ruined, but it is a standing Dwemer city. It is very, very fitting. Yep, I know. Yeah, the heights. I'm just showing what it looks like from the inside, so you can get a good idea of when you look up and you're in amazement. Wow, what is this? So we'll check that out real quick now, just to show you. There's a couple other places throughout here just to showcase a little bit. He's swinging from left to right. Forsworn. It's on the other side of the river, right? Normally you come up to Markroth, there's the main road. That is beautiful how it reflects off the water. I do believe I finally figured out the realistic water issue and the EMB. So far with this play, it's been absolutely gorgeous. Oh, is that what it is, Ren? SW. Yeah, let me give that a try. Oh no, it's okay now. So now you're on the heights. Go to the map. You're right up top there. And I didn't unlock this yet, but I will do that now. But as you can see, because you're on top here, different cell. This is absolutely beautiful. I'll turn the HUD off actually. Absolutely beautiful. All right. The beds are comfy Dwemer beds. I'm running particular, see all the journals, Orin's diary, right? Book covers was added by Legacy of the Dragonborn, so that is going to be separate. But I mean, this is just... I remember the very, very first time seeing this. Blown away. Absolutely blown away. Right? Even in there, the Dwemer, right? Right in the stonework. You got it up and running, Wind? Awesome. Oh, you have to if you get it up. Double that power supply. Definitely, yeah, bite the bullet. Because everything else you have, I think that, yeah, the power was the only thing holding you back.
Need something?
Just unlock it real quick. I won't go out that door though, don't worry. Hey Shiro. So just for I guess everybody who I didn't even link this in our Discord in Rangers. It's a semi private stream. It's not an official. You know what I mean? It's more of a showcase right now for just a little while. One I didn't notice. Grand Soul Gem. So my character can't use potions, except for blood potions. That's how I have him set up. Oh, it's the same with me, Shiro. That's one of my absolute favorite parts. Is just seeing the heights, even from the inside of town. Let's see here. We all know what this was. We did this one the last time. We did not. Well, I will show you the 13th Legion. I did not unlock this yet. I haven't been anywhere in the Tundra. And the Tundra is actually an amazing place to show some of the added units from the people of Skyrim 2. Yes. Strudel, absolutely. And it's a pretty easy setup. I actually follow part of the Nordic guide that's on Nexus. If you type in Nordic Skyrim, it's a guide that comes up. People say that it's more outdated. It was done a while ago. I don't use it mod for mod. I pick and choose my mod, and that's what I think I like about it. It gives you options. We'll make our way over this way. Are these the hunters? Oh, that's just the whispers, okay. And I believe for the oh, he's up top there. I'm just gonna let him go. We'll leave him alone. For the stonework, Imperial Forts and Dungeons by John Rose, but it's also being overwritten by Dungeons. Like Dungeons, the underground mod, so. Turn my HUD off. Okay. Now as I get further into the Tundra, I'm going to be checking my map and my area. So I want to go directly to the 13th Legion right now. We just set the marker there real quick. Okay. There we go. What was that, a flying elk? Here we go. Now one of them's hostile towards me, which I think they took care of. Or more of them. These are bandits. Let's see if the Stormcloaks take care of them for me. No? Alright, so you may get a little bit of gameplay. Got her. Stormcloak came to help out. We'll let them take care of the rest. Athralur cannot be bothered by bandits at this point. Inigo can help if he wants to. Or whatever that was. Skeleton. You could. I think you got him, Inigo. Alright, enough of the battle. So we're coming upon the 13th Legion here. And you can already see the battle has started. Can you go take care of that for me, please? Really? He's a crafty little bugger, isn't he? And they're assaulting. What was that for the Rocket Mountain? Yeah, Majestic Mountain's dark side with the moss. I saw that too, yeah. From my understanding, Majestic is slightly more than just the mountains. Maybe I'm going to phrase this wrong, right? But from what I've been told and what I've seen, there were a few other meshes that were altered. And it does have effects in other parts of the game. None of which I've changed. Thanks, buddy. And they're still going at it. This is great. You get to bear witness to a battle. I've never actually tried to join sides with this. The last time the Stormcloaks actually took them out, it looks like the Empire, the Legion, got them this time. Actually, the last two times, I believe, the Stormcloaks actually took the 13th Legion. Right? Heroic Stormcloak. Yeah. Bloody battle. Look at the bodies.
What are you doing that for?
One of my absolute favorite areas in this part of the tundra. Let's see if I can... I can't jump over.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors.
Yes, they are.
I think you've got what it takes.
Too bad Athralor detests the Empire, because they are weak in his eyes, allowing the Concordat to take place. Now, he doesn't worship Talos himself, however, he doesn't want any of the deities that he worships to be next on that list. And that's what his main fear is with the Thalmor. But anyway, let's see here. Ruins. Ooh, I'm getting some lag. This is on my end. Alright. There's a lot going on here. I think I hit a couple triggers as well. Yeah, I did. So the added spiders here. Which some of these guys aren't easy, and I'm on legendary. Inigo, you got the rest of them? You mind putting them down? Dirty dog. Another one? Come on. It is. So we actually tripped the trigger for the spiders a little soon, I think. Right. Try and get a better vantage point from up here. Okay. Just to see. Let me turn the HUD down. So you can see, you'll see a little vanilla, right? This the ruined Zennithar shrine in the center. The triggers that you saw with the spiders. There's others. That was the first lag I've encountered in a long time. It's been running a stable, I think 57 to 59 frames with north of 400 mods plus like everything that's 3D in there. I'm at 59 FPS right now. When I look around, it drops to like 57. Now it's saying 60. Okay, so it's cooperating with me. Let's see, real quick. Oh, another favorite. Okay. Did I start on the side? We'll go. I may still have a bounty in Windhelm. Well, we're gonna find out. I want to show Windhelm off, but I may have a very significant bounty. Athralor was a naughty Dunmer here. We actually, when we were doing the Dawnguard questline, I had to do the impersonating of the Dawnguard in the middle of town and just basically flat out assassinate somebody. I know my vampire blood is weakened. So we'll take a stale blood potion just to quench our thirst here. So the Windhelm editions. Right. Get up there. Get up there. Alright, fine. Make me walk around. Make me walk around. We're good. Can all thank Inigo for having my back here. And even down to the details like the icicle. This is Talos country here. We'll go down and visit. Right. Inigo might not be able to make it. Steel winter.
Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn.
Inigo's running around in the background.
Such a thing has not happened for hundreds of years. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't know it.
Before we go to Windhelm, I do want to come up this way. So you can immediately see the structures, and then you can also see... Oh, these might be... Oh, Snow Bear! I know I have God mode on, and it's unfair. Okay. Before being rudely interrupted by Mr. Bear here. Ah! I could just fall in the water. Doesn't matter. Vampire. So the structures. And when getting some screenshots, when I was trying to take them initially for... when it was coming up on console, this was one of my favorite spots to come to. Obviously, testing on my Xbox, I don't have access to an EMB, mods I run with the script extender, etc., SkyUI. But just with Obsidian and then using Cheat Room spell to clear up the weather, I had a lot of beautiful shots from that area there, standing on the bridge, facing this area. We'll come up a little bit further. These are the snowberries, by the way. I can pick them. This is probably my favorite bridge. I know I've shown this off many times. If you remember the old bridge that was here, it was just a bridge. It is no longer the case. Nesbitt did an amazing job with this. And the detail down to the ropes. Right? Go across the river. And just to show you from the top side here. Right? And then in my head, the way that I kind of roleplay a lot of the crossings like this. A city like Windhelm would try to impede the Imperials from storming them. They don't know how they would come towards the city in the event of a surprise attack. I always roleplay this as kind of a deterrent for carriages and, you know, legions in general coming across. But that is a fantastic piece. That is probably my favorite of the added bridges. I'm running the full version of SMIM, Brumbex, yes. Ruins Clutter improved. Can't believe I didn't find Angus Mill yet. Okay, I guess I did. Yeah, up here, I just want to make sure I'm checking everything properly. I know I'm still going to miss something. There's Carrie.
Yeah?
Really? Missed him. That should take him down real quick. Or at least most of the way. Got him. Okay. Yep, just hearing things. No wolves here. Let's see. Hey, Tim. Nesbit, additions. Obviously, we're in Stormclaw country, and there is a war going on, right? Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Where should I take them? I'll open up my map real quick, and if I don't have anything unlocked, let me know. I have a lot unlocked just from doing the Dawnguard quest and starting the main quest, even as a test. Obviously, we finished all this. You'll notice things like Frost Rest will appear throughout with the People of Skyrim mod. So anybody that's running survival style mods, whether you're on PC or console, so you can use Frostfall, Campfire on console. We have those as well. Plus we have the I shudder when I say this, Creation Club survival mod compatible. They are littered about Frost Rest. So if you do survival style, these are little campsites to build shelter on. Okay. Let me see. The battle at 13th Legion? Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to think of where else. Ah, Rifton. We will go to Rifton. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, if you use any type of survival style setup, the Frost Rest are littered throughout the landscape. Obviously, it's you know, you would be building. I think I took him down. I have to do something real quick. I have to read this for myself. Alright. Awesome. Nesbit, thank you for that, by the way. Alright, so the outside of Rifton, outside the stables, right? We'll come up here. No, I don't want to feed on him. But although he is dressed in Dawn Guard garb, he might not want to see me, so we don't know. So Merry Fair Farm, vanilla, but take a look, right? Amazing, isn't it? Now what you would have recognized immediately coming here is that this area is normally barren. The farm is the only thing going towards Golden Glow. Not so anymore. There's Jared. He can follow you. Alright. Amazingly well done. I am running a Midian Born, even on SE, for the textures for the armors. You can see the detail in them. Rooster suggested it to me. I've not gone back since.
What are you doing that for?
Walking around. You can see Golden Glow there in the distance, right? All these additions. All of these additions. Smoking of the salmon. No, the body is strung up with, I believe, Ren, so you're asking the body that I just checked? No, I believe he's strung up in just his trousers. There's a meaning behind that. I'll get to that maybe in Discord. Or maybe I'll just let everybody figure it out. Even I didn't know up until, I think, what was it, yesterday? The day before? Well, I'm sneaking. House of the Voice. Hey, Rooster. This will take you to Deauville Halls, but let's take a look downstairs. So, the imbuing switch and chamber. Where is she? She's here somewhere. I mean, you could see the additions, right? This is all this is all absolutely beautiful. Oh, there she is. And of course, you can take things in here. All the sweet rolls for Inigo, right? Because that's what he likes. Oop, probably shouldn't show you that. Although, yeah, Daedric Dagger of Stunning. Gems. Right.
Excuse me, my friend.
And I believe the fires are one of my favorite additions in here. Chain Lightning Firebolt, should you need them. Right. Fully stocked forge. Food and drink and beds. Chests. Weapon plaques, racks. Mannequins. Right, even more. Let's go back outside real quick. Oh yeah, so for anybody wishing information about this, on Nesbit's page for the people of Skyrim 2, all information, all compatibility for the full and partial versions It's in the description page. There's also an articles page for other mods as well. So if you are interested, absolutely, it's the best source. The best source for anything compatibility. Aside from that, our group, the Rangers, did testing on a lot of other mods as well. Yeah, he was like that when we got here. Let me see here. Rifton. I've been scattered around here. We did make the way up here. Although I have not been to Ambrosia Cave yet, have I? But I do want to go to Coldhaven to show... I don't know, let me see here. Yep, Articles tab, same place. Absolutely check out the Articles tab. You know, we put that right up on the description. This is the difference between the PC users and the console users. The PC users read. Well, not all of them. The majority of them. Consoles, not so much. So we kind of have to reinforce that reading part. But we do it because we love it. Frost Rest. Let me see here. What else was there? I've been all around. I just haven't been to... Ah. We'll travel to Morthal. I think the Dead Marshes... I don't know. Nesbitt, let me know. Do they respawn? I know I cleared them. But I cleared them very early on. Like under level 10. And I'm almost level 40 now during my testing. Oh, is it nighttime already again? It's always nighttime when I travel. Always nighttime. Good thing time goes by quickly. Well, we can see a little bit of the sky, right? So now... Oh, quickly. Now wait, an enemies are nearby. Is this the...
Look up at the stars, my friend.
I know, Inigo.
They're beautiful.
Oh, these may be the hunters. Yep. Drag to oblivion. You're gone. Thanks, Inigo. We'll just get these guys out of the way, otherwise they'll continue to follow me forever. Drag him to oblivion as well. Gone. And the ancestors are satisfied. Okay. Now, is that all of them? Did we get them all? Good. Okay. Let's wait a little bit longer till daytime here. Okay. So we're not really concerned with Morthal. However, I will mention that this is the Great Cities Morthal mod. One that I'm using now. However, it is one that I'm going to be replacing in the future. I needed something for the time being as a test, as a standalone for the town, and also to kind of give me a good base. Just a different feel overall. I do quite like this one. However, I know that I'm going to absolutely be replacing this when another mod comes out. But I can't say much more than that. Let's go. there are some nice additions with it. Like this. Let's travel to the Dead Marshes. I do want to see if it respawned. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, that's with Winter Sun, Strudel. For his, let me check real quick. Okay, so his patron deity is Molag Bal. So when you rank up, when you worship him, now this is over the course of this very, very long test. Follower, devotee. So when you're a devotee, I believe it's when you're over 100% favor. And you have to be a vampire, right? Activate a person in combat to banish them to Cold Harbor. Pray to request the items. So you basically, I should have gained all of their items that they carry. It cost me 15% favor. So if I go to my items now, I should have some Dawn Guard crap in here somewhere. Unless I didn't pray yet. I don't think I did. My Sorrow Katana. Where's the Harkin sword? Let's go back to Harkins real quick. We'll swap it up. Okay. Crazy Lines replacer mod for Harkin's blade. If you're a one-hander and you like vampires, it is worth the 60 megabytes for this. The enchantment has not changed, right? And it does eat away at your charges fairly quickly. However, it is a beautiful, beautifully crafted blade. Ah, he does. Nice. Very nice. And of course, I'm also running Thunderchild. He's dabbling in the voice. Once he found out he was oh, that's actually, hold on one second here. Is that Ustengrav? Had to, I'm sorry. It just, when I see stuff like that, I see the reflection on running water, but the sunlight. Anyway, that's just, sorry. So he's dabbling in the voice. I guess I have to continue to do this with him. But I'll reset my blood potion, it's not a big deal. So we are closing in on the Dead Marshes. Place the marker there just for the hell of it. Just to see if they respawn. Ooh. I believe so. Yeah, no way. Oh, he tried. He failed. He's got a ton of health, though. That is part of better vampires. When you rank up, you will gain those supernatural reflexes like that. It is part of his combat style. What I will tend to do is evade them, get in a couple quick shots, and sneak feed from behind if I can. With most humans, it kills them outright. With creatures like that, obviously you can't. And as you can see underwater here, if I can get down a little further, the bodies. It is the dead marshes after all. I forgot who the ash pile was the priest, so I guess no, they don't respawn. As you can see. Oh, maybe no, he doesn't. Okay, that was the priest. So. Oh, thank you, Wind. Water is just realistic water 2. For weather, it is obsidian with no changes. I left obsidian default, and I'm running the same ominous EMB that Couch Warrior is running. Before this, I still had obsidian. I had it tweaked just slightly, and I was running Fireman AF's Intrigued EMB, which I quite like. It's a little more colorful, but it doesn't make it. I consider like Fairy Happy Land. Like I've seen a few that do that, but you really need a nice setup if you want to go like ultra fantasy. Whereas with my story, it's based on a Dunmer who was mortal, who, for what I'm going for. Let's see, there should be spiders over here. Can't believe I left a Draugr alive. Thought I got them all. I'll show a little bit more of the marshes themselves. I don't want to unlock that, don't worry about that. This is one of my favorite areas outside of Morthal. I've always been a huge fan of the marshes themselves. Not a lot lives here. There's some wildlife, and obviously there's some critters, spiders and chorus. This just makes it so much better. The added structures. Let me see where I'm at here on my map. Let me see where to go to. Where to go to? Arlon. Well, let's go outside Arlon first. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We'll go to the Pillar of Dismay. See, God mode is obviously saving me. Oh boy. Spawned into the wrong spot, didn't I? Well, Vinigo doesn't take care of them. Yeah, I know you could use a hand Inigo. At least the mud crab's coming to help. Alright, they're done. So this is the next place I'd like to show off. I know you're wounded, Inigo. Are you take care of that crab already? Thank you. Okay. We are here at Dwemer Ruins, Arlon. Take a quick jaunt over. I was here once before. There are enemy units, which I'm getting attacked by already. Ah. I was hoping for the heart rip out option. Anyway, now that we have him done. So get up there, get up there. So these are the ruins. This is Arlon. Black Briar. Some statics, right? Cooking spit. Bedroll, right? Like I said, there will be enemy units here. Go back. There is where we want to go. Come on in to go. And this entire way, without spoiling too much.
I feel safe when you are around.
I know you do, Inigo.
Know that someone capable has my back.
Ah, the Dwemer units. Be very prepared when you come here. They are... You can see the little guy even, right? The crab that's down there in the corner. There's two here. We'll let Inigo handle them. He's not going to be able to. There are two more here. There are two more here. I think this is the first place I got my... Ren, was this the one where I got the 18 ash piles when you counted? This is one of them, I think. I died so many times here. Because it was daytime, I was a vampire, and these things just wreck you. I mean, I got annihilated. Hardcore. Thank God for God mode, right? Yeah, you can see how much damage I'm not doing to them. Still holding steady at 58 FPS though, with all this going on. And these guys. Now I'm at 60. But anyway, let's get into Arlon. We don't need to fight those battles, right? There were Ren, there were two ash pile days. Remember, there were two 18s. So, did they follow me in, or is this really, you guys? All right, we'll take care of them real quick. Thank you, God mode. Alright, I'm making a mess of the place. This is like the Skeever battle, only with Dwemer automatons. My sword is probably out of charges. I can't believe they all followed me in. Terrible. Awesome. Alright, we're moving. Apologies about that. Yeah, kill all. Will it work? Let's take him outside and try it. I don't want to do it inside. I want to do it outside. Alright. I just hope that didn't gimp Inigo. I know he can't die, but, you know. I just don't want him hovering on the floor the entire time. I could reload, you know, not a big deal, but I'll do it in here too if they're in here. Okay. Alright. Ah, the map, that's right. Yep. So Arlon, right? Takes you here. We were up top at the ruins, right? So there's a couple different places. So we'll take you to Arlon, right? And this should be what, Reachwater Rock? Let's go this way. Another little area to show off real quickly. I'm only going to go for about another 5 minutes or so, just to. So if you guys have any questions about other mods that I might be using that you would like to incorporate into your own game, you could absolutely ask me. On our Rangers Discord, I just put up my master list of what I have currently going on. Really? Damn, Forsworn. Yeah, that's right, Foolish Forsworn. Let me switch weapons real quick. This one's got poison on it and a lot of it. Get him. No, I don't want to bite him. That should kill him. Yep, there we go. And that kind of ruined this part, but inside here, unless they didn't spawn, which I was already here and they already killed them. There are Forsworn in here as well.
That smelly book you are carrying is unreadable.
Alright guys, oh, maybe one more, because we're by the card spire. I'm going to try not to get into battle here, but I'm just going to kind of show off a little bit of the landscape. This my niece comes home from school. Okay. Get a nice little vantage point up here. So you can see majestic mountains here. If you can see the rocks, it's got the moss in it. The Reach is one of my favorite areas. The Dragon Burial Mound. The Cart Spire Camp. We were already here. Although the shaman's there. She's kind of staring at me. She's telling me to back off, okay. And then of course you can see in the difference there, that's distance, there is one of the other, I don't know if it's Red Eagle's Redoubt. It's one of them. It's the one where you physically find his sword, I believe. It's up top. Soljan Sinkhole should be up that way. A little mine. Really, Inigo? It's only a Ravager, come on. And that's kind of how I start combat. I'll do a charge attack, and once I stagger them, I can bite them. If Heartbreaker decides it wants to activate, I can rip their hearts out, which I've done on several occasions. So I guess they did respawn because they're all down there staring at me. But anyway, what I'll do is I think I'm going to end it here. This is kind of just a showcase of like a lot of the added structures. Okay. We showed Riverwood Grove, we showed Nordic Life, 13th Legion, okay. Some of the extra structures throughout the Tundra here. Let's see, what else do we do? showed the bridge. This whole path we came directly from Riverwood Grove, Rifton, the exterior, right? Altar to Mandy Marco. I didn't get to Ambrosia Cave yet. I might do that at a different point. Let me see. Oh, you're welcome, Strudel. Anytime. Like I said, I have my master list up, but I can send that to you via direct message if you'd like it. And like I said, for the majority of it, I follow the Nordic guide on Nexus. You just type in Nordic Skyrim, and then it basically gives you a lot of different choices for mods. It goes right in order from from top of the load order list to the bottom. Tells you what's compatible with what. Mods you could use in place. Say you've used a mod but you wanted to try something different. They give you suggestions, and also placement for them. If you run something that's not on the list but you know the place where it would go, because I don't use the sort button with Mod Organizer 2, and I only use loot to show me maybe a patch that I'm missing or a conflict. But I will not sort my right pane with those because it tends to mess up my load order. And in particular, running the People of Skyrim 2, those mods need to be near the bottom of your load order with the patches as per instructions from Nesbit on his Nexus page. And using sort to actually sort your loader throws them all up and down the right pane. And I'm very meticulous in how I have it set up. If you guys were to see my load order now, my left pane is identical to my right pane, with the exception of mods that I've created that are unmanaged. They're the only ones that are different. And obviously mods that don't have an ESP, like certain textures, etc. That's why it took me almost 3 weeks with my initial setup to do it, and that was every single day coming after work, downloading mods and properly setting each. And it even to the point where I'm sitting in front of my computer looking, and it's my head's nodding off, and I'm like, no, I need to finish this section. Once I'm done with this section, then I'm done for the night. I'll come back at it tomorrow. Oh, real quick, let's go to Windhelm. Let's go inside. One more to show off, real quick. Because of Vortex. I think that is how Vortex. I was going to use. Oh, that's right. I have a bounty. Yeah, let me just pay it off. Okay. Anyway, that was quick. Yeah, she's still talking apparently. Let's wait till daytime again. Nothing I can't get back. After I pay my fine. Yeah. Shut up. 1 more hour. Okay. So. The majority, nothing's really, I don't have Snowy AF Windhelm. And obviously without using the JK's mod, I left it quite barren. However, let's take a jaunt this way. I believe Blood on the Ice is activated. Yes, they're standing there. I do not want to talk to them right now. I went on a massacre here. Aside from the normal Blood on the Ice quest here, I went pretty crazy with it. So we're House Clan Shattershield. Okay. Now, because of the war going on, this is rebellion. Very fitting. Solitude has its training grounds, right? But there were never any in Windhelm. They had the barracks, right? Let's see if we can get them to train. Let me wait another hour. After 8 a.m., I believe, right? Let's see. Might still be too early. You enjoying that drink, Inigo? There you go, see? Now they're starting to spawn in. So they'll be training here. He'll be taking shots. He will be training. Last time, or she was training, was she had a battle axe. You can see the banners. Use Grimoire. The Watcher. Embedded in the snow. So fitting. Units for crafting. Some iron. Okay. Higher ranking officers. And they go about their daily lives, you know. You can use the smelter. You could chop wood. Right. There's your anvil. Beautifully done. Absolutely beautiful. Got another grindstone here. Along with the trees. How are you? And then your cooking spit as well. Soldiers have to eat, right? Barrels. Cabbage. And for those of you who are wondering why the sacks are moving like that, that is animated clutter. A mod that I have permission to port to console. I haven't quite figured out all of the meshes yet for it, but I do have the perms to port it to console. And it's obviously taken a back seat to some other projects that I've been working on. I would like to get it done because it's a fantastic mod. I always run it on my PC. And even things like the candles here, you could another wood chopping block. Look at this, detailed. I mean, this is beautiful. This is absolutely gorgeous. Right. So, I'm trying to get a picture of the. I want to see the Stormcloak praying. If I can advance time. It might not happen. Footprints, obviously. And you see my favors. No, 200 is the cap with Winter Sun. For those of you who may be wondering, I was wondering myself. I didn't know how high up it could go. But 200 is the cap. Once you hit 200, that is it. So, I believe that's it. You know, like I said, Noble's the base. Skyrim Realistic Overhaul is the base for my landscape. But I'm overriding both of those with Matthew's 3D landscape. And then obviously for other textures to make them look better, there's a master list, like I said. I went individually based on what I felt was, yeah, see, I went on a kind of a pretty good spree here. But still, the favorite is the exterior part. So, with that said, turn God mode off. Don't need to save that. Yeah, so like I said, I have my list saved and pinned. If anybody was curious about it, I could send it through your DM. I can link it again. If Rooster's still in here, I know Rooster's list. His list is more extensive than mine is, and his game actually looks 10 times better than mine does. He's done a fantastic job with his loadout, and just from the screenshots that I've seen posted to our Discord, I have envy of everything he's done with his game. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm obviously happy with mine, but He's done an amazing job. So Strudel, any questions at all, you can message me anytime. Even if it's just like a mod suggestion, like if you're looking for a specific area or maybe like a texture or an overhaul for anything like that, you know, I could throw suggestions your way all day long. Pick and choose. Try stuff out. Uh, Skyrim's 90% modding, 10% playing most of the time anyway. I've been saying that for a long time, but it's so true. I sometimes get more enjoyment out of creating the loadout, and then I get into the actual game, and I'm like, nah, I want to change this up completely. TPOS2 is how Skyrim should have looked in 2011. That's mine and many others' opinions. Nesbit hit a home run with his mods. And even Baron, you could run his mod in the unofficial patch, right? And just wander about the countryside, take a look. And you tell me that that's not what the game should have looked like to begin with. It's just how it should be, And that's why I don't play without it. Rooster, if you stream, absolutely, and I'll link it up. That would be awesome. Anytime, Strudel. Anytime. I know, because you're in the middle of your story. But, like I said, I know my list will probably change, but I have my base. And in this particular profile, Athrulur's profile, I don't foresee myself getting rid of it. Like I said, at some point his character will have his story end. This isn't the story. This was it 39. Ooh. Actually, I hit the game. Exit out of the game. He's level 39, but all this has been in preparation for testing. There's other things that I need to set in place. We are not running. I don't know why Steam is up here. Tab out of this. Okay. Yeah, these 39 levels right here have all been a test. I've streamed them from when he started at level 1. The story began in Coldhaven. And it was a lot of tests with Inigo and Lucian together. I've decided that the two of them will not be part of the story for a couple reasons. They add in their own, and that would be taking away from the characters that I've created in the creation kit. They're the ones that I want in the story, and since they're vanilla based, I can use extensible follower framework to control them. With Inigo and Lucian, I don't have that option. So it was basically like a 40 level test character. I still have a couple other things that I would have liked to done with him. We actually finished Undeath. I just have to, get my enchanting to 100. But I'm not even gonna do this. We went through the Undeath quest line. We did everything here. This was the last thing I did. I think I streamed it for about 5-6 hours. We went through the whole thing in one sitting. The only other thing we have to do is the Path of Transcendence and actually become a Lich. So he was going to transform from a Vampire Lord, which he's extremely powerful in, and he may feel that he can die as a vampire. However, as a Lich, he gets killed in battle. He'll respawn a few days later at his phylactery, and that would give him everlasting life. He would become a true god at that point. But the question would be, is too much power too much? So, anyway, guys, I've rambled on enough. This is just mostly to showcase the people of Skyrim 2, Riverwood Grove, Rebellion, Nordic Life, Matthew's works, my landscape and textures. So for those of you who've joined in on the tiny little bit today, I don't know if I'm going to stream tonight. I have a little bit of work in the creation kit to do. I have to update Athralor's journal to get that all set up so that when I actually go back, and then I have a ton of writing in my notebook just for the story itself. That's been something I've been kind of neglecting, so I do have to go back and do that. But anyway, I appreciate everybody joining me today for the small showcase. So, like I said, any questions, you guys can DM me, message me anytime at all. Any questions or anything like that. I'm easily accessible. Have my phone on me at all times. I'm off today as well, so. Alright, so that's about it. I will stop babbling. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you later. Have a good day or night.